Sony has been slowly but surely releasing their first-party games on PC, which is a really good thing. The publisher has been very protective of its brand over the last few console generations, but starting a few years ago, franchises like God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Uncharted have made their way over to Steam. Now, most of Sony's ports have been received really well, aside from a few bugs here and there, and the recent launch of Spiderman was a huge success. So Insomniac's game originally launched in 2018 for the PS4, and it quickly became one of the best-selling games on the platform. But now, data mining, now the data mining's begun, people are starting to find evidence that Sony has much bigger plans for expanding their brand to PC. Welcome to Video Game Leaks, everybody. Chaos here. Today we're talking about a Sony PlayStation PC launcher and leaks that are out there that we are going to go over with you. This is a game changer when it comes to the hierarchy of PC gaming. Make sure you guys drop a like. Make sure you're following the page with notifications fully on, because that's what we do every single day. We cover the latest, greatest video game leaks. We scour the internet, we compile the evidence, and we present it to you. Thank you for all the support on the channel as we get close to 50,000 subscribers. Now, hidden within the game code of the Steam version of Spider-Man Remastered are direct references to the PlayStation Network, which is currently completely absent from the PC as a platform. So as it stands right now, there's no Sony PC ports that are linked to the PlayStation Network, and despite rumors of there being bigger plans for the brand, we haven't had anything concrete until today. That's a little dramatized, but yeah, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Days Gone were all released as standalone PC ports with no kind of connection to their PlayStation counterparts, which some players saw as a disappointing thing due to the precedent set by Microsoft in their handling of Xbox Live on PC. Now, in recent years, the Xbox brand has dramatically grown on the PC thanks to Microsoft releasing an official app and launcher for their PC games that include support for things like Xbox Game Pass, achievements, Xbox Live parties, and a lot more. Sony was seemingly following in Microsoft's footsteps by porting their games to the PC, but the lack of connectivity with their larger ecosystem, it seemed a little odd. Well, thankfully, that seems to be coming to an end. So in recent days, players have discovered lines of code within Spider-Man Remastered that explicitly reference PlayStation Network, despite the service not being available on the PC right now. So far, phrases like PSN account linked and PSN linking entitlements have been found within the Steam version of Spider-Man, which, I'm not a rocket scientist, but that heavily suggests in my mind that Sony is planning on following in Microsoft's footsteps yet again by introducing some kind of PC counterpart to their main console services. They recently overhauled PlayStation Plus. They want to make it more of a direct competitor to Xbox Game Pass, and the order of events has been very close to how Xbox's conversion played out a few years ago. If the playbook works, they're going to copy it, and that's what they're doing. It's been rumored that Sony is going to release their own launcher on the PC, which will support all their ports and pave the way for future releases. Now, assuming they do things the same way as Microsoft, which I think is a pretty safe assumption, PC players will be required or asked to make a PlayStation Network account that they'll link to their Steam or their Epic Games accounts, which would allow them to use PSN features like trophies, parties, friend lists, and possibly even get access to PS Plus games. Now, a while back, Sony confirmed that the whole slate of first-party games were coming to PC in the near future. Not long after that, it was also confirmed that the company was investing millions of dollars into expanding their presence in the gaming market, which, that obviously means more PC ports. Now, Uncharted and The Last of Us are confirmed to be getting Steam releases in the near future, and with the big first-party sequels like Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok literally right around the corner, I think it's likely that these will come to PC eventually. It was also leaked not too long ago that games like Returnal, I don't really like that. That game is... Anyway, Horizon Forbidden West and Sackboy are going to launch on Steam in the near future. So, to me, the timing seems right for some kind of official PlayStation launcher to be implemented. Again, Spider-Man Remastered is the first Sony PC release to directly reference PSN in its game code, in the phrase PSN linking entitlements. Come on, that's pretty telling on what's actually coming. It's very, very likely that once Sony launches PC support for the PSN, there will be some kind of in-game reward or bonus for you using it, which seems to imply that it won't absolutely be necessary, but If Sony plans on directly competing with Microsoft for dominance in the PC space, they are likely going to have to make a PSN account mandatory in the future. Come on, Microsoft has a huge foothold right now and a huge head start. Now, interestingly, people have also found phrases like level cap extras in the Spider-Man remastered game files, which seems to suggest some kind of XP or skill point boost for those that link their accounts. What do you think? You link your account, you get an XP boost? On the top of all this is the fact that Sony recently added a new section to their website dedicated to their PC ports, which heavily suggests that they have huge plans for the future. Now, it's also worth noting that on the website, there is an FAQ section that directly acknowledges the lack of PSN account linking, but the wording is a little suspicious. One question asks if you need a PSN account to play PlayStation games on PC, which is kind of a weird question when you think about it, and the answer is no. You currently do not need a PSN account to enjoy PlayStation Studio games on PC. First of all, why does Sony feel the need to acknowledge this question that hardly anybody has ever asked on their website? Second of all, why did they say you don't currently need an account? Keyword currently. If they aren't planning on changing their strategy in the future. Everything in my mind seems to point to some kind of PSN PC integration in the future. Now, Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok are likely to be some of the biggest launches in Sony's history, right? And, both their predecessors are available on PC. So it puts their exclusivity into question. If God of War and Spider-Man are both available on Steam, and Sony is aggressively trying to expand their presence on the PC, their sequels may end up being available on more platforms than just the PlayStation. Now, I'm not saying these games are going to launch multi-platform, but I do think it's very likely we're going to be looking at a 6 to 12 month time window similar to what happened with Death Stranding. I also wouldn't be the least bit shocked if Sony eventually starts releasing first-party games today and on date on the PC, similar to what Microsoft has been doing. Personally, I think it's a smart move. Sony makes some really, really good games, and they obviously have a huge audience, but the decision to lock them to a single platform? Come on, let's all agree it seems rather anti-consumer in today's day and age and counterproductive. The PC is a very different market from the consoles, and while it may seem like Sony is giving up their top spot by making their first-party games multi-platform, I think it's the exact opposite. By expanding the PlayStation brand to be more accessible on the PC, Sony is more directly competing with Microsoft. Right now, the Xbox ecosystem is on both console and PC, but if Sony follows suit, we are going to see another intense showdown for dominance that will ultimately benefit you and me, the consumer. Now, some people are going to be upset that their favorite plastic box doesn't have as many exclusive games anymore, but by the end of the day, who cares? More people having more access to more great games is 100% a good thing. So I support Sony getting more aggressive in their attempts to market to the PC community. God of War and Spider-Man, they had huge launches on Steam, and the modding community is right now having a field day with both of them, so why not keep the ball rolling? The Last of Us is surely going to sell well once it launches on PC, and Uncharted will likely be in Steam's top 10. Keep the money printer printing, right? In the everlasting war between the PlayStation and Xbox consoles, or PC, whatever, Microsoft has dominance over the PC market. So why shouldn't Sony try to even the score? They have the IPs, they have the brand recognition. Why shouldn't they? Most PC gamers aren't buying PlayStation games anyway, so why not make things easier with ports? To me, it's a win-win for Sony. So let me know what you guys think. Would you be interested in a Sony PlayStation PC launcher? Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you soon.